Welcome back to SBR Forum Videos. Can the Milwaukee Bucks be a contender in 2015-2016 for the Eastern Conference? Probably not, but they're definitely still on their way, projected to be a above 500 team and still going to be one of the more improved teams in the NBA. Of course, they went from a horrific 2 years ago to a 500 season last year under Jason Kidd at 41-41. And now after the huge offseason addition of Greg Monroe, this team is all on the way upward again. Still playing in one of the league's toughest divisions in the Eastern Conference Central, along there with the Bulls and the Cavaliers. However, with potential new playoff rules coming into effect, that might not be as big of a factor as it used to have been last year and seasons before that. Of course, as I mentioned, Greg Monroe back is in the fold for this team, and absolutely improve upon a team that offensively really struggled at times last year. They were 22nd in points per game and 13th in pace and 26th in offensive rating last season. So the Monroe signing, even though it may have been a consolation prize for teams like the Knicks or the Lakers, absolutely a huge coup for this Bucks team who really needed a presence in the middle there. And I think Monroe is going to fit really nicely along with Jabari Parker, who could also be coming back healthy and strong from injury this season. Of course, the Bucks also re-signed Chris Middleton, a guy who was in the running for Most Improved Player of the Year last year. He came on very nicely at shooting guard and small forward last season, especially after Jabari Parker went down. So when it comes to the Bucks this season, even though they're probably not contenders for the Eastern Conference, as you take a look at their odds to win the East from Bet365, still likely going to be a very good team against the spread and defensively. Last season, they were one of the best defensive teams in the entire NBA. They were 8th in opponents' points per game. They were 4th overall in defensive rating last year. So things were trending upward definitely for the Milwaukee Bucks, who were one of the worst teams in the NBA just 2 years ago. Now it's looking like they're going to be potentially a 45-50 win basketball team here in the Eastern Conference if everything works out. So don't sleep on the Milwaukee Bucks. Even though they're not probably contenders in the future odds, they're definitely going to be a really good ATS bet, I think, sometimes here throughout the season. But that'll do it for me this time. But for SBR Forum Videos, I'm Jordan Sharp.